I'd like to answer a Patreon question from, I forgot who it was. The important thing is, this person is paying me money on Patreon to answer a question, which is freaking awesome. I'm actually just kidding. A few people stopped by a channel last couple days and asked me to speak on the Lars Sullivan situation. Lars Sullivan is a current wrestler for WWE. I think he's on SmackDown right now. I remember he made his debut after WrestleMania, and I think he attacked Kurt Angle, I believe. They're building him to be the next, monster heel, right? And they have fined him, I think, $100,000, and he's taking sensitivity training for some tweets that he made years ago. Well, tweets, I think a message board, maybe not even tweets, but there was someone on Twitter that I forget who revealed it. In fact, it could have been various people. The fact of the matter is, essentially, this person is being fined $100,000 and taking sensitivity training for things that were said. And so Lars actually made some comments on message boards years ago. I think some of these were maybe from a decade ago. And he's talking about various wrestlers. He's speaking on various wrestlers. I think he made some comments like Kofi Kingston and R-Truth seem like the tag team, they look like they should be in a prison gang or something like that. I think he made some comments about AJ Lee, Stephanie McMahon, Daniel Bryan dissed him, AJ Styles. Yeah, just a lot of choice stuff. Like, I will leave a link down below if any of you want to read some of this. A lot of these links are to message boards, and of course, it's not going to say Lars Sullivan, so you have to, click on these links to actually, figure out who it is. But fact of the matter is, he's getting fined for things that he has said. Also, someone else said that Cedric, the wrestler named Cedric, I forgot his ring name and his real name, they enter some comments from this person. So how I feel is, should someone be fined, essentially, or fined or even maybe, possibly fired for things that are unearthed years before that they said online? Could be Twitter, could be a message board. I don't think you should be held liable for things that you said before you were hired by a company. I don't think you should. I think it's kind of stupid. I see why they're doing it because, they want to put on the front, like, hey, WWE is an all-inclusive place. We can't have anybody that's against all of this all-inclusiveness. And I see why they're doing it. They're kind of bowing down to a lot of these people that are angry, but, these groups and whatnot. So I could see it, and I don't condone a lot of the stuff that he said because some of it's like, yeah, some of it's pretty bad. I don't think I or you or anyone should be held liable by the organizations we work for some things that we said or tweeted before we get that job. I think that's wrong. Plus, you can look at it from the angle that these people are supposedly independent contractors. So technically, they're not even really employed by WWE. So what's the big deal? They're not even employed. They call them independent contractors. Now, what's funny about this is WWE is the same company back, decades ago, had lots of racist and sexist stuff on TV. What pops to my mind is looking at an old video of, what is it, the manager Slick and fried chicken. That wouldn't fly today. I think about Jerry Lawyer screaming at all the divas and everything. Ooh, ooh, the puppies! Ooh, the puppies! That kind of stuff wouldn't fly today. None of it. Okay, a lot of stuff from the Attitude Era and before. But now, WWE is cleaning up their act and everything, and they have to send a message to Lars Sullivan. Got to send a message. Now, I can look and improve of something maybe like the sensitivity training. I think a lot of people that maybe work for them, would benefit from some sensitivity training or whatnot. So I guess that's a good thing. But the money fine? No, not unless you do something or say something, while you're currently working, for WWE. It's stupid because that could mean, and people can change too. People can change in decades. So maybe, the person he was back then is not who the person he is right now. You know, we're not talking about somebody just getting on, Twitter a couple days ago and making some, tweets or whatever, our message boards. We're talking about a decade ago. So that's the thing that I think is messed up. And I think it's kind of a cop out by WWE, regardless of how you feel about the things that Lars Sullivan, said. Now, it's a very hypocritical company because on some things like this, they'll make Lars an example, okay? But on other things, more important things, let's say death, murder, Saudi Arabia. We all know what Saudi Arabia did. Saudi Arabia had a Washington Post reporter killed and dismembered. Okay. Last time I checked, that's a little bit more important than maybe some, racist or misogynistic comments maybe someone made years and years ago. We're talking about actual murder and dismemberment here. They'll work gladly with Saudi Arabia, because they love that Saudi Arabian money. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Yeah. So remember, if Saudi Arabia does it, it's perfectly fine. They're fine. They'll work with them. But Lars Sullivan, nah. That's way too much. Got to find this person. Find them into oblivion. Yeah. In fact, I think they would like to keep putting that out there, that they did this. Maybe they're putting that out there and they want all the focus to be on Lars Sullivan and not the Saudi Arabia trips that they make. It's Oh, and how could I forget this? Can't forget this one. Apparently, in these message board postings, it was revealed that Lars is a huge fan of Stephanie McMahon. Very big fan. Because he responded to someone, very sexy, thanks for the fap vid. Apparently, Lars was using Stephanie McMahon videos to fap too. And when I thought about that, I thought, well, okay, there's a lot of videos out there where she was on Raw, maybe, had a lot of the nipplage going. I remember it was this one time that Triple H gave her the pedigree through an announce table, and one of the bubbers popped out, So I was thinking about those videos. But apparently the one that he was jerking to gherkin to was a Howard Stern interview where Howard Stern was really great at getting kind of all different kind of answers from the female celebs he would interview. And it was revealed that she was completely shaven down there and talked about getting Triple H, hard sometimes, and that, believe it or not, she answered that she hadn't had any anal yet from Triple H. This is Stephanie McMahon. I'm going to look up that interview. I'm not going to be as excited about it as Lars was, but still, that's got to be a hilarious interview. It'd be hilarious if WWE actually built up this storyline and had Triple H and Lars maybe having a feud, and then the culmination match at the end would have Stephanie McMahon as special guest referee. And, he's distracted, of course, so, Triple H hits him with the sledgehammer, gives him the pedigree and everything. And then you could have Stephanie, walk by him and just kind of like flaunting everything. What? They've actually taken real storylines and made it into stuff. The Edge and, what was it, the Edge and Matt Hardy stuff over Lita. Yeah, they've done it before. It could work, right? But they probably won't do it. Be hilarious, though, wouldn't it? Be hilarious. Maybe they get a cameraman, like a hidden cameraman, go to the back, and you hear like some moaning and grunting and everything, and you think Lars is working out, but he might just be working one out, and then you see Stephanie McMahon like old footage on the TV and everything, and then Stephanie McMahon walks by, and she might say, you should see other videos I have, you should see other stuff I have. Okay, I'll stop myself there, right? That's a little too exciting, but hey, WWE, that's some great storyline ideas, huh? They probably won't go with that. Be funny, though. It would be funny.